Hi everyone, Dave here. We just had an amazing lunch at that Jim and Nick's barbecue. That was really cool. So we are in Concord, North Carolina. We just went to Bass Pro Shops over there, and we are heading north to go visit the Bohn Armor store in Mooresville, North Carolina. I figured I would turn the GoPro on because it looks like the weather's going to be decent. And the other thing with it is Mooresville seems to be the home of a lot of NASCAR team headquarters, including JR Motorsports, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and some other ones. So that'd be kind of neat to go by and at least have a peek. So I've also not really done anything to show what the traffic situation has been like for us on multiple occasions. And this has been brutal today because we're near Charlotte and it is really rough. It's been taking a toll when the traffic is really bad. So figured you guys might like to see a little bit of this nonsense. I'm gonna need to get some fuel, and I'm sure you are too.
Yep, down to one.
Okay, so we'll figure it out here. Get over, Elaine. So talking to Clay on the intercom, we're both down to 1 bar in our fuel. So we need to get some fuel, but not in this kind of traffic. We'll get some a little bit less congested area. It is so hot, I'm ready to drive through that car wash.
Run through the car wash?
Yeah, it's hot. Okay, here we go. Trying to focus on not getting killed, so most people have been very respectful, but there have been some really bad spots. And I can tell you that so far the winter is Myrtle Beach. You're full of asshole drivers. Whether it be vacationers or locals, I couldn't tell you which it is, but we were almost taken out a couple of times. And that's no fun. So we left Florence, South Carolina. We stayed there overnight and we headed north to come to this area. We wanted to go to Bass Pro Shops, and I bought some shirts. Clay got some stuff, and then we went over to Best Buy and I purchased a new electric razor, or cordless razor, whatever you want to call them these days. And the one that I packed with me was a Amazon Chinese special, and it, I don't want to say it died, but it kind of fell apart. So I got a Norelco, Phillips Norelco, whatever they want to call it. And I'll tell you what, they don't have a whole lot much more room on this motorcycle, either one of ours. And Clay bought a GoPro 10. So it's a little different than my GoPro 8, but I can at least tell him a little bit about it. He's thinking about using it a little bit on this trip, so we'll just see how it goes. I'm planning on keeping this thing recording right up into Mooresville. I think it's only about 35 minutes from the restaurant, so right now the goal is to find a place to get fuel. would like to get it just off that truck. That would be nice. So how's everyone doing today? It's Friday, it's day 5 of our vacation. We meet up with Melissa tonight at Melissa's sister's house in York. So, like I said, I started to mention that we left Florence and we headed north to come this way, and then we're going to go to the Bohn Armor shop. I guess it's now the headquarters. Used to be in California, and then new owners took over and they moved it here. I called ahead as they requested and let them know that I was going to stop by, and if somebody would be there, that'd be great. If not, well, I guess we'll just see what the place looks like, get a little video, and that'll be it. So we'll see how it goes. So looking for fuel. I gotta believe this road looks really, really new, so I've got to believe that there's some fuel along here somewhere. While traveling, we're trying to be conscious of being respectful of all the speed limits and everything, because we are visitors, and that hasn't always worked. I mean, everybody around us has been pretty crazy, ridiculous, and nuts. Not everybody. So, Crown lift trucks. I know what those are. Ooh. Okay. I don't know how to get to that, but we're going to figure it out. I don't think we can do that. I'm trying to figure this out so that we can get some fuel, but I don't think we're going to go there. That was pretty messed up. I don't think we were going to be able to turn in there. I mean, if we stay on one bar, we'll have a gas station coming up here pretty quick. Bluetooth is really, really crackly today for whatever reason. We don't have that far to Mooresville, so I would expect that there will be fuel there, if not anywhere between here and Mooresville. I'm not concerned, not yet anyway. When the light starts blinking, I'll be concerned. So it's really been pretty here. I mean, we've been seeing some great roads, and now that we're away from all the ridiculous traffic, it's very pleasurable and pleasant to ride on this kind of a road. Even though there's a little bit of traffic, it's not like seriously backed up and everything else. But it's still busy. This is a busy area. It's near Charlotte. I'll tell you what, there are so many white vehicles around here. It's amazing. I don't feel so bad with a white motorcycle and a white Mustang now. Probably has a lot to do with the heat, because Clay likes to bust on me for having white everything. But down here, it makes sense with the heat, as he said. And I get that. So, definitely not planned, but the route has taken us by Darlington Motor Speedway, which that speedway literally is in the middle of a field. I mean, there's nothing else around it. And most of the parking is in the grass next to the speedway. It's just so weird. But it's not surprising because Darlington's been around a long time in the NASCAR circuit. So it's probably much different and has just gotten built up over the years. Now, we're in the vicinity of Rockingham also, which I believe there's not much left to it. I think most of it's all gone. I think Dale Jr. is involved in an effort to try and revive it or bring some sort of racing back to it. Then we ended up just getting near Charlotte Motor Speedway and had no idea at that point that we were going by it. We were just trying to get to Bass Pro Shops, and it took us right by it, so I had to stop and get a bunch of pictures.
Marathon. It's on the other side, though.
Marathon's good, it's gas. Awful lot of construction. There's a lot of construction here. Perfect. Ah. We should get a green arrow. I hope. Clay's having trouble hearing. And I've got the helmet all the way down, so he probably can't hear a word I'm saying. Looks like the car behind us is on the sensor. So I'm really hoping we get a green arrow. That is going to be a mother to get back out of, too. (2:41 p.m. on Friday. It is 91 degrees and just as humid. So you can see just how exciting all of this is. Traffic is freaking nuts. Just a lot of it. Okay, let's see what we get. Be green, thank you. So what the heck? You might as well stay with me. You know what? I think I will shut you off for a moment and we'll be back after I get fuel. Hi, I'm back. All filled up with fuel. So now we get to fight this and somehow get out of here. So You have no idea how warm it is when you're not moving. The bike says 104
104 what?
temperature.
Really? Mine says 90.
Huh. It's my hotness.
Must be.
I am sweating like a pig, in case anyone wants to know that. Ah, here we go, light change. All right, all right. Ah, yes. Just having air moving is amazing. I have sweat dripping down from my forehead. And in case anybody's curious, is this enjoyable, Dave? It sure is. A little bit of discomfort is not so bad. Yeah, this is great. So what else can I talk about? Yesterday, I didn't do any recording. We were in Myrtle Beach. Had a seafood buffet that was outstanding. It was great. Traffic was not. And the traffic was really heavy all the way to get to Florence, where we stayed. We decided to make it a short day, and we got there, and the first order of business was just go to the pool and chill, and that was amazing. It just felt wonderful. So yeah, really like that. I just saw somebody go to the right, and that's what we're doing according to the GPS, is going right. Okie dokie. Like I said, the land, the area is pretty. There's a lot of nice looking homes. Sure, there's areas where it's not so nice. I mean, have that everywhere you go, but it is pretty. After we leave Mooresville, we're going to start heading towards York, and hopefully we'll meet up with Melissa. When we checked at lunch, she was in West Virginia, so we expect her this evening sometime. I don't know what her ETA will look like. I have to talk about the waitress at Jim and Nick's barbecue. She was amazing. She had the cutest accent. It almost sounded a little Cajun, and I had to ask her where she was from, and she said she was from the area. She lived in Colorado Springs for a little while and then came back, but her accent does not sound like a southern, I guess, North or South Carolina type of accent. Now, not the ones that I have been hearing from people. But she was just very appreciative of us. She said, "You guys are fun. I wish all my customers were like you." And we were just, I shouldn't say we, I was having a good time with her. You know, she said, "Oh man, I'd like to go out there and ride motorcycles." I said, "I'll put you on the back right now. Let's go. Next stop, Ohio." And so, hey, Made an old guy feel good for a few minutes. She was playing with me a little, so that was kind of nice. And for the record, I don't normally do that. But she was very playful and fun, and she thought we were fun, so I played along, and it was nice. Had a great lunch. Talked about Ohio. She wants to go up there and see Cedar Point and some other places, and I said, hey, while you're there, you need to go to Put-in Bay, and you need to go to Kings Island. You know, just have some fun. But that's on her bucket list, to go to Cedar Point, which is kind of funny to hear that from somebody here. Ran into a guy at a gas station yesterday who was from this area, and he said that he had just been at the Pro Football Hall of Fame and had done some riding around areas, and said, yeah, I mean, we're an hour from the Pro Football Hall of Fame. The things we take for granted that are around us, people from down south here come to visit, and that's fantastic. So Ohio's not so bad. I've always said that. Cancel. 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 I would like to know the combination of words that makes the Senna think I want its attention. I have never used voice-activated Senna ever, but yet it pops on and goes, say a command. And I never say, hey Senna, and that doesn't even make it pop on. So I have no idea. There's probably a way to completely shut that off, and I'll have to look at that. So anyway, I was talking about how nice Ohio is. It is. People come to visit Ohio. But the perception is, it's only nice there a few months of the year, right? Well, it's nice other times of the year. Just don't come when there's 6 feet of snow in January. It'll be all good. So I thought we were going to be at Bohn Armor by around 3-ish, and that's not the case. So we had a little dinking around in the parking lot for me to get ready, program the GPS, get the GoPro on and ready to go. This trip I've been focusing on listening to Sirius XM a lot. Classic vinyl and classic rewind. Good music. I like being held up by a traffic jam of one. It's like some kind of a motorcycle shop. Hometown Rod and Cycle. Got it. Just enjoy the scenery. It is really nice. So now that I'm moving, the bike has sort of lined itself out, and it's 89 degrees. Earnhardt Lake. We are somewhere in the vicinity of Kannapolis, where Dale Earnhardt and his father, Ralph Earnhardt, lived. It's not on the list of places to go. It's not even, we'd have to go a little bit east, I believe. don't see a reason to really go there. I'm sure it's a pilgrimage for all the Dale Earnhardt fans, but I've seen pictures, seen it depicted in movies, so it's all good. It does kind of make me wonder where Dale Jr. actually lives, and I don't know. I don't know where he decided to make his home, but I'm sure it's very private and very elaborate and very private. Like super private. There's a guy that's really made something of himself after he quit racing. He was the lead announcer on USA Network on the race this past weekend. I was really surprised by that, and he did a really good job. I was very surprised by it. I was watching a bit of the replay on, I think it was YouTube TV. I watched it. He did a really good job. I was just surprised by it. And he's got his racing team. He's married with a baby. As far as I know, he's doing extremely well. I don't think he's hurting. So this is the Mecca for NASCAR. I'm sure at one time dirt roads and all the moonshine and runs and everything else, bootlegging, the roots of NASCAR. I'm sure on some of these roads that may be paved now. Now, when we were near Myrtle Beach and some other, I want to say Florence, we saw a lot of pickup trucks that have been lifted in the front but not in the back. Somebody of a younger generation is going to have to explain that to me and what that's all about, because it looks absolutely ridiculous. Oh, do we have a race headquarters here? I can't tell. Can't tell, but I would bet that it was. I'm thinking that was somebody's race headquarters.
Okay.
I'm guessing. I know there's a bunch of them near here.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you who's along here, but I think there's 3 or 4 of them I saw listed. And Bell Helmet has an outlet store along here. Bell helmets have been around forever, but I don't know a thing about their helmets. Not really a fan. They're very old school looking, and they've stuck with that, and maybe that's good and it works, but it just didn't work for me. Mooresville Intermediate School. It's obvious that we are nearby, as everything is saying, Mooresville. We'll be making several turns here. '89, so much cooler than '95. Really does make a difference. Each degree on a motorcycle does make a big difference. Okay, welcome to Mooresville. Okay, slow it down to 35. Walmart Neighborhood Market. I've never seen that kind of a sign before. Huh. Must be a local. I'm going 40 in a 35 and that person's pulling away from me. You can do what you want. I'm going to respect the speed limits. I don't want to part with my money. Okay, so it's saying turn left on North Main Street. And for a live, I guess you could say, up to the moment, haha, mileage count, it's 1432 since I left Circle K at Lake Avenue and West 9th. Road closed ahead, next left. Good. That is not the road that we want to go down. And that says North Church Street, so that's not where I want to go. I want to go to the next road. Yep, that says Main up there. Well, this must be downtown Mooresville. It's quaint. Very clean. Very clean. They did a nice job dressing it up. Nice brick crosswalks. That would be cool for Bridge Street, even Main Avenue. We're going to turn right up there. So, who's got the green? Now we do. That's kind of cool. Franklin Automobile Company. We're going to turn right and do some railroad tracks. Okay. This seems like any town, USA. Okay, so it's kind of straight, but it's not. Understood? And from there, I don't know for sure. You have no idea how hot it is not to lift my helmet up and get some air. All for the benefit of making sure I get some good video of Mooresville, North Carolina. Like I said, it looks like any town, USA. Looks like a lot of the smaller towns that we've been through on the trip. I was going to make it a game to count how many Dollar Generals we went by on the whole trip. I can't count that high. What is that? I don't know if that's a BMW. I apologize if somebody knows and it's not a BMW. That's a Jaguar. Okay, there's money in this town. Whew. Warm. You wonder what it's going to take to get these lights to change. Well, there go those. They're going yellow. So who's up next? The mall or us? The mall. How nice. Ooh, there we go. 1 mile, and then we're going to turn right. My only beef with this GPS on the bike is it just doesn't give you enough info to know what lane you should get in. Like back there, I took a shot that I needed to be in the right-hand lane. So that's all it was just a shot. Scott, answer your call. Somebody wants to buy a car. Ha! Okay. Must be close because the GPS is backtracking itself. Well, this could be interesting, or it could be just absolutely nothing. All depends if somebody got my phone message and wants to be at the store. I guess they just want you to call ahead so that somebody can be there. I don't think that they keep the doors open all the time. Okie dokie, let's see. So it must be in this building. Somehow, I think we have completely missed some stuff here. Did you see it?
No. What's the address?
$123, Suite D. It's got to be in this building. We just can't see a sign. Sweet J. Okay. GPS is going to make me crazy here. Mitsubishi Materials. That's pretty interesting. So we're on the back side now. I'm wondering if it's right here on this corner thing. I don't see 123.
I don't see the motorcycle place either. The helmet place. Well, we stopped by the Bell Helmet shop, as you can see here, but we're not having any luck finding Bohn Armor. But the guy inside thought it was down here hidden. Surprise. That doesn't surprise me any, because there's a lot of little places back here. Well, there it is. We found it. Do you want to go yank on the door handle real quick?
I didn't hear you.
Do you want to pull the door? Nobody's home.
Found it anyway.
Yeah. Like I said, I called twice. Alright, well, we found it. Nobody was home. That's weird because there are cars over there. There's cars. Well, that's okay. Okay, so I probably sped up through the video quite a bit because we were making a lot of circles. But I'm going to end the video for now and move on. We're going to go find somewhere to get out of the heat and get something cold to drink. So anyway, hope you enjoyed us going in circles and getting lost. Fun stuff. So anyway, wow, listen to this Camaro. That's pretty interesting and cool. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you on the next one.